surprise. Joan Severese, or, well, she'll tell me how to pronounce it. I think she's the cowgirl tonight. We played together once, did a song, and she's coming up on stage. She'll use the steps, so he'll make sure, well, I'll come over and make sure she can get up the steps okay.
Just the mic? Oh my goodness.
Well, hi y'all. I'm so happy to be back here in Rio Vista. I'm kind of nervous tonight. I haven't performed in 3 years, and I'm not used to performing after such great musicians. So let's give them a hand. I'm really pleased to be here tonight, and I think you know my on-site therapist, Dr. Roger.
You haven't paid your bill in quite a while, Jim.
Well, that'll be coming, and I'll explain that in a minute.
Okay.
So there are 3 big decisions I made since I've been here. One is, and it's okay, it's not bad news. Travis and I have decided to divorce again. I think it's our 5th time. But it's okay, because he's been going to, well, see, he spent his whole life trying to make me happy, and it wasn't working. And, so he's been going to a tired cowboy support group. And they told him, it's not for you to make somebody happy. Happy is a do-it-yourself project. Isn't that right? I mean, that's what Dr. Roger tells me all the time. So anyway, we decided to split up for now, maybe not forever, and we're both working on our project. And then the second big decision I made is I finally got a song on Spotify. And I'm a little bit upset about the genre that they put me under. I thought country or country western or maybe folk. I don't like folk, but that they put me under miscellaneous. So after you listen to my song, what comes up next is Sheepdog Commands and the state song of Rhode Island. Actually, I listened to that song, it's not bad. So anyway, now I have steady income on Spotify. And Dr. Roger told me don't really put all my eggs in this basket. The thing is that you earn 4/10 of a cent every time. This is real, isn't it? Every time someone plays your song, 4/10 of a cent. So if 10 people play your song, bingo, 4 cents. And you know, if 100 people, you just made 40 cents. And I figure if 25,000 people hear my song, I can fill up my truck. And if 120,750,000 people listen to my song, I can buy a house at Trilogy. That brings me to my next big decision. I decided to move to Trilogy. And I haven't bought the house yet, still waiting for that Spotify. But I moved in with a fan of mine, and she's also a country western singer, Belinda. I don't know if you know Belinda. Anyway, you might know her by her stage name, Belinda. anyway, she don't do much here, and she writes about it. She's kind of down, which, you know, for country singers, they're always down. And I said, well, Belinda, why don't you, I hear there's a great guitar club. Why don't you join the guitar club? Because she does play the guitar. And she said, no, I can't. So why not? She said she's deeply, deeply infatuated with someone in the guitar club. And that would really interfere with the picking and the strumming. And she said, I don't know, they might be married. And I said, well, why don't you find out? She said, well, I'd rather just write a song about not knowing. So anyway, that's, so Belinda said, well, but you're singulating right now. There are a lot of good-looking guys here at Trilogy. And I said, oh, really, Belinda, this is a retirement community. And she said, no, really, haven't you heard about villages? She said, there's a lot going on at villages. I said, well, where is that? She said, in Florida. Well, that was my reaction. So anyway, but then I started thinking, like, well, what if I did meet a guy and he was pretty far ahead on his do-it-yourself happiness project, and I was pretty far ahead on mine, you know, and then I thought, well, then how do you catch them up? You see, with Travis, all we have to do is talk about what happened since our last divorce, and you know, that's pretty easy, but you meet somebody you never met before, you got this whole life to try to condense. I mean, do you like go through your photo albums? You kind of need a soundtrack, wouldn't you? Or maybe just let it drip out little by little. Okay, so I wrote a song about what it would be like to try to explain who I am and what my life has been to a total stranger. So, okay, so okay. Well, there's so much to say, and so little time. We'll not cover it all, but I reckon that's fine. I think I'm going to start lower, okay? Well, there's so much to say, and there's so little time. We won't cover it all, but I reckon that's fine. I reckon that's fine. The first song that I sang, how I learned how to dance, how in the first grade I once peed in my pants. My very first kiss and my very first car, how I worked as a car hop and bought a guitar and bought a guitar. Why I broke up with him, why she broke up with me, how my life turned out different than I thought it would be. What it's like to raise kids, what it's like when they leave. Here's some absolute truths I no longer believe, no longer believe. I just can't remember the next line. Here's what made me real glad. Here's what gave me great grief. How I miss horseback riding, and I miss all my teeth. Well, there's so much to say, and there's so little time. Can't cover it all, but I reckon that's fine. And maybe someday, if our lives intertwine, I'll be telling your stories Well, you're telling mine, and I reckon that would be fine. Thanks. Yeah, I feel like I wish I learned how to play it.